Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for these fated messages were meant for you. So we are going to have a look and see exactly what you're meant to know and hear at this time because they were fated for you to know, and also we're going to see what you are fated to also have in your future in that sense. So there's a lot of information that I'm sure will come through in this reading. So we have all four of the piles here. I will describe them a little bit more in depth, but I just thought I would mention a few things to begin with. First of all, if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information is also in the description box below. They're done within 24 to 48 hours with me. It's also available on my website, shopmoonlightguidance.com. And the last thing I also want to mention is my intention manifesting items are also on my website as well. There's items such as handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which you can put under your pillow, your wallet, or your purse. You can check out the review section there to see how others have seen results with these items. There's also face masks, there's crystals, divination coins, charms, pendulums. The link is down below, and everything's meditated with and saged. And again, lots of people have seen results with these, so definitely do check out the review section for your info. Okay, so we have here pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. The timestamps will be down below in the description box. You can click on them and then it will take you to your reading. So we have group 1 here with the Artisan Tarot and this beautiful flower as well, and it's actually a brand new deck, so if you are interested in checking it out, I'll leave a link down below. We have group 2 with the Authorkin deck, and then we also have here this beautiful crystal. Actually reminds me of marble in many ways, and it's super heavy actually, but I don't think it is marble. I actually forgot the name of it, but every time I look at this crystal I always think of marble. It's one of those things. And then group 3 we have here this beautiful flower with the Albino Weight Tarot, and then group 4, I believe this is the Simple Tarot. Yeah, I think it's a Simple Tarot, and it's like a hand-drawn deck. And then we have this absolutely stunning crystal as well. So that is what we have, and whichever one you are drawn to, pile 1, 2, 3, or 4, that is going to be your reading. If you want to watch more than one, feel free to do so. And yeah, everything's down below. So we're going to start first of all with group number 1, and then we'll work our way to group 4. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these to the side. These little flowers as well. How pretty are they? Alright, so group number 1. Let's have a look and see what fated messages were meant for you. Alright, so we have this stunning flower. I'm just going to put that right there. It is truly beautiful. So stunning. And then, let's see. Okay, so we're going to do a spread with tarot. We are going to have a look at the oracle cards, and I'll see exactly what is coming through for you. Okay. Let's see. Nine of Cups. That's your dreams and your wishes. Oh, wow, okay. Your dreams and your wishes with the moon. Alright, so it's very clear to me that a lot of you have pending karma, and what I mean by that is, remember that karma is not just bad, karma is also good as well. And when people say, oh, you get karma, you know, they often mean it in like, you'll get bad karma, but actually there's good karma that can come your way, and there's bad karma that can come people's way. But what I see here is that your good karma is still unseen by you. You haven't witnessed all of it, you haven't felt all of it. it will come into your life. It is destined to come into your life. So if you feel like, Moonlight, my karma just has not manifested, like it's not there, like where is it, trust me, it is hidden. Okay, so that's what the moon card is all about. This is of course the moon card, and this shows like things that are hidden, so illusions, right? So what I feel here is that some of you may have gone through situations where you feel like something big is going to happen and then it falls apart. Well, that is a form of an illusion, but it also shows that what you are sort of meant to have and what's really supposed to come together for you has not yet manifested either. So the Nine of Cups shows your wishes and your dreams will manifest. You haven't seen the full effect of everything, right? So if you're thinking to yourself like, oh my God, nothing's ever going to happen. Well, things will happen. It's just that not everything has happened yet. You know what I mean? Like it's still meant to manifest. It's pending, which means it will happen at some point. So you should know that. You should definitely know that your dreams and wishes, you will be able to achieve the things that you want to. It's just a process. That's the best way to really sort of put everything out there from my side to you. So we have a 7, an 8, and we have a 6, right? Actually 6, and they all came out at different times, I believe. So 6, 7, and 8, which I think is really interesting. Actually, do you know what? This just mainly showcases progression in your life, which is also big. Like that goes to show as well that sure, at times you may feel like things are not working out for you, but I really do feel that this goes to showcase that you are progressing, you are growing, you're getting stronger, you are going in a much, much bigger direction than you definitely realize. I mean, just to have the progression of the numbers as well is huge, because ultimately, you've got the 6, the 7, the 8, and then you've got the 9 here, all right, which is again progression. And you've also got the number 9 here as well with the Hermit. Again, things that are hidden, right? Because the Hermit sort of lives in a cave and is very far from others in that sense, especially if you feel isolated, right? That's the Hermit's energy. You will not be isolated forever. Like you will come out at night. You know what I mean? Like it's that energy of like not just being sort of isolated forever, and actually being able to enjoy the things you want to with the kind of people that you feel most comfortable with. So to me, this also goes to show here that not only will your dreams and your wishes manifest, but also the right kind of people will come into your life, because a lot of you just have not found the right kinds of people. You have found people who are just not so, let's say, they're just not great for you, and they may have not ever they may not have ever reciprocated or given to you what you need as a person, as a friend as well. You may have been sort of stuck in a crowd where you're always the one doing things, or you're always the one having to plan things, and I just feel here that you will meet like-minded people for sure. It is a progression. It is, again, something that naturally will happen as time goes by. And again, you can't really force this entire aspect of things, but it will happen. From what I see, I definitely see it happening. So try not to panic. But the Hermit definitely shows that, again, there are things that are hidden that will come to life. Basically, you're in a cave right now, and you're going to come out of that cave, and you're going to be like, whoa, It's like a diamond. Like a diamond lives in a safe or lives in a very secure glass cabinet. Or, even if it has an owner, I'm sure the owner doesn't just leave it out randomly, right? Takes good care of its valuables. A diamond isn't just meant to end up in the hands of just anyone. People have to be able to afford a diamond. No matter how much the diamond likes the hands of, someone that can't afford it, essentially what I'm trying to say here is that if you feel isolated, just realize and recognize that maybe you're a diamond. The universe is protecting you from people that could take advantage of you or steal your energy and your time, right? So you're like a diamond in many ways. You may feel isolated, you may feel lonely, but you're being protected for a higher purpose, so that people that can afford you can come into your life and take care of you, okay? Vice versa as well. Very important to know. Okay, and then your last two cards, and then we'll do oracle cards. Okay, let's take this top card, because that was mainly what I was going to take, because we've got a lot of cards here. So yeah, I see a lot of power, and I see a lot of strength here. You know, you will feel very, very confident. You'll feel like, you know what, I can enjoy the things I want to in my life. I can do the things that I want to. I can, really, there's a sense of confidence and strength here. A lot of healing as well, especially if you feel like the Hermit, where you just sometimes feel like you don't even want to, do as much, or you don't want to move, or sometimes even get out of bed, or you lack motivation sometimes. For sure, this shows such a big difference here, where there is so much more progression, there is so much more movement, and I think that just really does go to show that you are growing and you are becoming stronger. So you are fated, this is something that's fated. You know, these are absolutely meant to be heard and seen and spoken about at this time, especially with the Hanged Man as well. Like, you see that there, right? Hanged Man is about taking a break, it's about pause, it's about enlightenment. Don't be afraid of being yourself and taking care of yourself and being true to yourself, because ultimately that's a very, very big part of who you are. So I think that's really, really vital and very, very important here. And again, you know, you're doing what's best for you, so don't feel bad about doing what is best for you. You know what I mean? So that's really what I have here for you. So I really hope that helps and just gives you tons and tons of clarity in that sense. But yeah, that is pretty much what we do have here. So let's go to the oracle cards and see what's coming through. All right, so let's grab them. These are the Granny's Postcards by Lenormand. So, and it's fated. I mean, look at that. Actually, this reminds me of that book, The Secret, right? Because it's got that sort of seal on top of it. It's a really good book, by the way. If anyone's read it, you know. All right, fated messages that were meant for you. The Garden. Okay. And then I just ruined the spread, so I was like, the Garden. Okay. Speaking of the click. Okay, so we've got lilies and cross. Transformation, okay, rebirth as well. The cross signifies your values, and the cross can also signify like an ending to a chapter in your life, which you should not be afraid of, okay? This is about you becoming stronger. This is about you doing bigger and better things. You know what? Sometimes things that you feel you just have to keep doing can come to an end because you are ready for more growth, you are ready for more transformation, and you are ready for bigger and better things, okay? If things come to an end, it doesn't mean that, oh my god, life is against you, the universe is against you. It's literally showcasing that you have got to the peak of something, and now something bigger and better and brighter is to come into your life because you're ready for it. You have learned the lessons for it, and so you attract what is even bigger in your life, especially with the cross, right? There's so much more to come your way. There's so much more progression to come your way. The lilies also showcases, again, this sense of transformation and growth. You actually chose a white flower as well. So a lot of you may be very drawn to white flowers in general, or you may just really love white flowers. There's something definitely about white flowers. Perhaps some of you have had experiences where perhaps you've laid white flowers for somebody, or someone's gifted you white flowers. There seems to be something very actually lucky about white flowers for you as well. It seems to radiate a very significant energy. So I feel like, if you ever see white flowers, it just goes to showcase that you're on the right path in your life. Say, for example, you're walking down the street and you see white flowers, like, or you're doing some shopping and you see some white flowers. You know, it can really signify that there is luck in the air for you. You know, you don't always have to buy white flowers, you know, or things like that. But anytime you see white flowers, they're really for you. Like, you know, it's not a thing that is against you. But there is something quite significant about the colour white, like starting fresh and things like that. Then we also have here, and actually, have you noticed the entire like reading has been based off of that colour in many ways? If you look at the thumbnail of the reading as well, like the colour white is obviously very dominant in the reading as well. And I just feel like there's this sort of freshness to that colour as well, isn't there? So that's what we see there. Okay, but the cross is about sort of a new life. It's about significance to your life. It's about your values and your goals and ultimately what you want to achieve in your life as well. Then we have here the garden, which is exactly what I was just like, oh, the garden, and then this all came out. So it kind of just, I felt so drawn to this particular card out of all of them. But again, see, you've got here, some of you may even have a garden where perhaps white lilies are growing or white flowers are growing. I don't know, you know, not everybody has a garden, so just keep in mind that sort of vibe, because obviously not everyone has a garden. And yeah, but there's definitely something here about the garden which goes to show that all of the fruits will manifest for you, okay? So there are some beautiful things that will come together for you, that will progress for you. I don't think that everything in your life is lost, gone, done or dusted. There's still so much more for you to have in your life and for you to also manifest in your life. Like, I definitely don't feel like everything is done, if that makes sense. I definitely feel like there's a really great energy here of so much more progression, joy, fulfillment, excitement basically to come your way. So that's beautiful. You know, the garden shows so much growth and so much bloom and so much happiness and fulfillment. We have the tower, okay, so the tower shows here that, remember, whatever you are building is a result of, what is it? Blood, sweat and tears. A tower is never really built on just, haha, rainbows and fairies, right? A tower actually takes blood, sweat and tears, quite literally, when you think about the amount of hard work that goes into constructing one. So just know that, you know, when something is constructed, it's not always very simple, but, you know, at the end, you'll be like, wow, I did that. You know what I mean? So something to keep in mind. And then you also have dog, which is loyalty as well. So like I mentioned, there's going to be some really loyal people that will come into your life that will make you just really feel the most like yourself. If you are surrounded by people that drain your energy, that are one-sided, that are not, you know, just reciprocating your energy like you are to them, just know that more loyal energies will come through, where you'll have better friendships, better relationship with your family, for example, or there can be people that come in and sort of just are able to look after you like family, basically. In terms of love as well, they can definitely be someone here who's ultra loyal to you. Some of you may even have dogs as well, and obviously goes to show that they are very loyal to you, but for sure you'll have many more loyal people coming in to your life and not just in and out, you know what I mean? So this is your reading, group 1, for the fated messages that were meant for you. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on my website as well, which so many people have done reviews with, so check out the review section as well. Alright, so yeah, that is your reading, and we're going to now go to group number 2. So if I take these away, alright, group number 2, these fated messages were meant for you. So let's have a look and see what is coming through. So we're going to do a tarot spread, and then I will also use the oracle cards as well. So if we just put the crystal right there, okay, let's have a look and see what is coming through. So this is the Overkin deck. Fated messages that were meant for you. this is sweet. Look at that, like little fated messages with these envelopes, right? Spilling the tea. Well, it's a Page of Cups, you know, with a cup for sure. Okay, so let's have a look here. As many of you know, I am an upright reader. So you've got here the Five of Wands with the Three of Cups. That's beautiful. Actually, to have the Three of Cups just right under there, it just goes to show that a lot of you may be sort of struggling. Okay, you may feel conflicted, you may feel unheard, unseen, like there's just too much chaos, there's just too much going on, and it can be very overwhelming, right? Well, behind it shows success, because the Three of Cups is about synchronicity, success, it is about like-minded people being around you, especially if some of you feel like, oh my god, Moonlight, like, I just don't have people that understand me, I don't have people that are loyal, you know, I don't have friendships, or for some of you may not have like a romantic partner who is very loyal or very faithful, or just, you know, it just feels like you have around you a scenario where people are not the best towards you, and you may feel really conflicted. You may think like, okay, this is a battle that I have to face for the rest of my life, and to that I will say no, because this will change. Fives in tarot are about perspective. They're also about change as well, which, you know, in which things can change. Now, this is a process. That's what I want to say, because a lot of you will see these changes over the next sort of 5 months, but I also feel here as well that especially over the next few years, you will definitely, and this is a timeless reading, by the way, I just want to mention that it's not based on when I post it, it's based on when you see it, alright? So really, that's what I see, is a sense of celebration and synchronicity where you find people that you can just chill with, you can be your 100% true self, you don't have to pretend to be someone that you're not, you just feel comfortable and confident within yourself, and it all just comes together. So that is the Three of Cups, where you just feel so happy and so good within yourself, and just so fulfilled. So that's what I'm seeing here with the Three of Cups. Okay, a lot of celebration and happiness around you after a lot of chaos and conflict, you know. Especially people are always telling you what to do, or they're telling you like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you know. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is very important. So the Queen of Pentacles is a pretty significant energy and vibe of you having so much comfort, money and stability. So for those of you worrying about money and stability, look, I see a lot of money here, but I also see mentally and emotionally you feeling very stable. And that's a true wealth of life, you know, mentally and emotionally feeling good as well. To have money is important. You know, of course, you need some form of financial stability, of course, to be stable in this world and to be able to do, you know, things for sure. But also to have that mental and emotional kind of coming together of things is beautiful, because it just is, isn't it? It just is. When you feel mentally good, emotionally good, you can just kind of conquer the world in so many ways as well. You know, because it's hard sometimes when you feel emotionally drained. It's hard to do things, of course it is. But I feel like things really are changing for you, especially with the Five of Wands here. There's so much more happiness and joy coming your way. And even with the Queen of Pentacles, like, it doesn't show that your life will be like completely stress-free. It just shows that it's a process where things will essentially get better for you, and you'll feel less stressed, less emotionally overwhelmed at things, because your circumstances will be such that you won't feel that way all the time. Okay, and then Page of Cups as well is beautiful. Page of Cups, again, this is very fated, because the Page of Cups really does show that there's still so much more yet to come into your life. There's so much more happiness, there's so many more. I feel like there's letters here, and these letters signify opportunities and emails and sort of things that you have wanted to make happen, and well, here they are in that sense. So there's a lot of opportunity here that I see manifesting for you and also coming together for you. So it seems to be really progressive, and it seems to come together in a very beautiful fashion and beautiful way. Speaking of fashion, some of you might be sort of changing your looks as well. So just, you know, it's like a glow up, but it's also, some of you might be focusing more on just wanting to look a certain way, or be focusing on your style, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, whether you're male or female. You might be changing up your eating habits, and therefore it affects or looks different on your body. You know, you may be having a glow up, like I mentioned, focusing on maybe like hairstyle, clothing, jewelry and accessories. You might be interested in like shoes. I just see you sort of changing up your looks basically, you know, and some people do that physically, and some people do that in a way where, you know, it's like a lifestyle change as well. So you might be even changing up your lifestyle depending on what you eat as well. So that's what we have there. And then you've got the Magician. Okay, so Magician is great because it shows a lot of great communication with people around you. Okay, especially if you feel like you're always trying and no one's reciprocating. Trust me, it will come. Okay, it will come. You've got to trust the Mercury energies, that what's meant for you will never pass you by. It's never just going to randomly disappear. It will manifest. Even with the Eight of Swords, you know, there's such a strong energy here of you having felt very, very trapped, especially if you feel trapped right now. The Eight of Swords shows that, you know, this kind of energy gives you perspective as to where you never want to be. And I actually see this a lot of the times. Like sometimes, you know, people will come to me and they'll be like, you know what, Moonlight, I just don't feel good within my body. I feel just really bloated and I feel really stressed out and I feel like this and that, and they're like, I never want to be in this scenario ever again in my life. And so that actually allows them for a brief period of time to sort of be in that Eight of Swords energy, but then they know what they need to do, right? And so there's that energy here of some of you may just feel really trapped, but you know you don't want to be there long term, and that's okay. It's okay if you're there, but what's not okay is that we sit there and we just feel like we're the victim, you know? Sometimes we really do have to sort of absorb that, okay, what's happening is not nice, absolutely, you know, marinate in it for a little while, but then we can't marinate oh my god, I can't even speak, we can't marinate in it forever, right? Because then that just hurts us. So it's totally valid to feel how we feel, for sure, you know, and to like cry it out or get annoyed. Totally fine, because you're a human being, but we can't stay there for too long, otherwise it starts to impact everything we do. So what I would say is the Eight of Swords here will teach you, okay, then maybe there are some changes that you want to make, not just in your body, you know, because not everybody does want to, and it's going to be different for all of you, because remember, this is a general reading, but you may want to make changes in how you feel. You may want to make changes in the fact that some of you get very, very stressed out. You may want to think about how you can manage stress or anxiety, because you can manage it. Some, you know, we can't always get rid of it, but we can manage it, you know, so that's the difference there. Or certain circumstances that you've been in and how you just don't want to repeat that, like you want to heal and you want to look after yourself so that you never meet, you know, toxic people, for example, because it's true, like you can actually break that pattern with healing, believe it or not. The stronger you are, the stronger the people you meet can be. And, you know, yes, sometimes, you know, you can be really strong and happy and then you meet someone who's just not good for you, but it's also sometimes a test from the universe to see if you're able to also let go as well. Okay, so Four of Wands, that's beautiful. That really shows that you're on the right path in your life and that everything that is coming together for you is for your highest good. You know, things really are happening for your best. Like, you may not always feel it, but I really do feel it. You may not feel it, but I feel it. Things really are happening for your highest good, and there are some beautiful things that are basically manifesting for you. So try not to panic too much. I know it's so much easier said than done by someone sitting on the other side of the screen, aka me, but I really do feel here, try not to panic too much, because, you know, panic is one of those things that can just be even more draining. So what I would say actually, and what I think is actually really important as well, is that for sure the Four of Wands is about you being on the right path in your life, which I think is really important. But I also feel as well the Four of Wands is about the divine energies at work and at play. You may not feel like they're at work or they're at play, but they definitely are, and they're definitely supporting you, and they are there for you. Okay, Four of Wands shows happiness, it shows celebration, it shows joy, it also shows marriage for many of you as well. The other thing it also showcases is 1111. A lot of you may be seeing the fire energy in number 1111 a lot, and if you are, it means again that you're on the right path in your life. and there are some great things coming your way. You know, there really are. Even with the Page of Wands, which I don't really speak about, it goes to show here that you are going to be manifesting lots of interesting friendships and relationships in your life that a lot of you just thought would never happen because of the way that you have been treated in the past. So that's nice, but it also comes as a result of your inner confidence and inner healing as well. Let's go to the postcards. So these are actually, and this is actually an oracle deck. It's called the Granny's Postcards Lenormand deck. Let's see what fated messages we have for you. So we have crossroad, okay? Yeah, I mean, at times some of you may feel like you don't know where you're going. You may feel like there's just too much happening all at once to be able to make the right decision. Crossroads is important because essentially you will get to the right destination, okay? So 1111 shows you're on the right path in your life. Now, if you ever come to a crossroad, trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust what feels good to you. If you feel confused, take a moment, take a deep breath, try and do some meditation to bring your energy back to calm and balance. Never ever make a decision out of anger, never make a decision out of extreme emotion, because these are things that people often regret because it's so far from sometimes what they are feeling from within. Emotions can also be just, you know, so overwhelming to the point where we're not making a decision from our heart and our gut and our instinct. And sure, actually, you know, sometimes we become emotional based on our gut instincts, but also making a decision when you're in that state of mind can also lead to you feeling extremely disappointed in yourself, because you might think to yourself like, oh my god, I was so angry at that time, like I didn't make the right decision. So just something for you to know, right? Especially if you're ever at sort of like a crossroads where you're unsure about what to do. Take a step back, look after yourself first, and then make a decision. Therefore, you will make a decision that sits much, much better for you and much better in you, which I think is also very, very important and yeah, just really, really vital. Then we have here Sun, okay, so that shows celebration, positivity, lots of great, I think you're going to have lots of great ideas. I think you're going to have something to celebrate. I mean, some of you may even start your own business. You may have a new job very soon. And so it just shows that you are working yourself up the ladder. You're climbing the ladder. So there's lots of beautiful abundance coming your way. Like, things are definitely not stuck, stagnant, stationary, and far gone. There's so many beautiful opportunities, joy, happiness, motivation. I see inner peace and personal power and really beautiful self-worth and self-confidence. So don't feel like, you know, it's never going to happen, because it will. Patience. And then we've got here the key. So again, look at that, right? Like I mentioned, climbing the ladder, you've got those stairs there as well. And the key showcases opportunity as well. So I'm not surprised. Like I mentioned, a lot of you may see repeating numbers. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised by that, because you have got here 1111, you got 22, you got 33. I mean, look, that's a pretty big sign as well for the repeating numbers, which is obviously pretty big in itself. So that's what we have literally right there. And then you've got 29 lady. Look at that, there's like another envelope there, because when I first of all saw these cards, the Page of Cups caught my eye with the envelopes, and you've got an envelope here as well with the 4-leaf clover, which is very, very lucky. So I feel a lot of you are going to get envelopes which will contain information or details on something pretty strong. I mean, you may get something mailed to you which is to do with like a contract, or something really positive comes out of things. So, you know, keep in mind, in the UK we get envelopes for like hospital appointments and things like that. I'm not really talking about those kinds of envelopes, because some of you might say like, but Moonlight, I got an appointment for this and that. Well, I'm talking about envelopes more so to do with opportunities, right? So keep an eye on that. And these envelopes can also be emails, because that's literally what emails are as well. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Also, these cards as well represent envelopes, and yeah, it's pretty significant. Actually, these envelopes remind me a lot of the book, The Secret, because the stamp looks the same, and that book is all to do with like law of attraction and things like that. So yeah, it's interesting actually how everything's connecting. Oh, and then you've also got the ship as well. All right, so the ship here really shows that you above, above all odds, you can float, okay? You can float on top of rocky waves. You can get to the destination that you're meant to get to. You're on a journey, and that's the thing, is that enjoy the journey rather than just focusing on where the destination is. Focus on, how well the ship is sailing, how strong the ship is, and I think that's important to sort of keep in mind as well, because really I do feel like things are coming together here, and some of you just needed that reassurance. That's also what I'm feeling in terms of energy as well. So yeah, that is pretty much what we do have right here. If this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on my website as well. Do check those out. And yeah, that is your reading, group 2. So now I will move to group number 3. All right. Hello, group number 3. These fated messages were meant for you. So you've chosen this pile with this beautiful flower, which we'll put here, and of course this beautiful albino weight deck. So we're going to do a tarot spread, and then we'll also pull some oracle cards. So let's get started. Ooh, oh, that's a lot of cards actually. I'm not going to take all of those, and I was actually very surprised that that entire chunk came out, so let's keep going. Okay. Now, let's take those. Alright, so let's begin with this, and then I'll continue to shuffle a few more out, and then we'll, of course, use oracle cards as well. So let's see what fated messages were meant for you. Alright, so your first card actually was the 6 of Swords. So this is about emotionally taking yourself to a better place. I feel like the spirit guides are saying, work on yourself. Some of you may have a lot of sort of issues from the past that are still sort of lodged very deep down in your heart and your soul, and it's just really hard for some of you to move forward and to take care of yourselves or put yourselves first. And I do feel in many ways that these can become obstructions. So what Spirit is really saying is take care of yourself, put yourself first, look after yourself, and just know that at the end of the day, we really can't control everything around us, but we can control what we do and how we are able to deal with circumstances like this. It's hard, but it's a process, right? No one's saying that you have to heal right here, right now, and right there. Like, it's a process, and even with the King of Cups, that also showcases healing. Like, you will definitely get to a really, really strong place. I mean, some of you may not feel like you will, but you absolutely will. We've got quite a bit of water here as well, especially with the moon. We've also got the Hierophant, signifying a lot of strength, a lot of courage and stability. So I want you to know that, especially if you have been struggling and you just don't know where you're going or how things are going to be or which direction you're going in, trust me when I say things will come together. It may be really hard for you to believe all of that right now, but for sure it's a process, and things definitely will come together, and you will feel so much stronger in regards to your path for the future. It may not feel like that way right now, but trust me when I say things are getting stronger for you, and you will also get yourself to a place that is so much more fulfilling. So what I'm trying to say here is that the 6 of Swords shows you getting to a better place, which is exactly what will happen, okay? But it's as a result of your inner work, And then the King of Cups shows emotionally and mentally feeling on top of everything. So you are going to become so strong emotionally and mentally to the point where nothing can really knock you over because of those past experiences, but also how you've handled it by healing and taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. Now, putting yourself first will allow you to then have such a strong energy as well, where you feel like, okay, like things are really coming together. You'll also start to feel a lot more peace and satisfaction. You'll also attract the right kinds of people into your life with the Knight of Swords, okay? So that's interesting. Like you'll attract the right opportunities, you'll attract the right kind of people in your life. You will have a lot of stability and security, especially with those keys crossed over. There's a real sense of stability, happiness, joy, fulfillment. The moon is definitely a very, very strong energy, which represents like cycles, changes, progression in your life, happiness and joy in your life. But also the moon definitely does represent such a powerful, powerful energy of sort of like emotions, but things really coming together in that sense, if that makes sense. The moon basically shows that what's hidden is still yet to come to light, and so I definitely feel here that there will be many conversations that you have with different people where you sort of see their true colours as well. I don't just mean that in a bad way, but you can start to see like, oh wow, this person's actually really nice, this person's really good, this person is really kind. So you actually start to see true colours also in a very positive way. But yeah, for some people you may see true colours where you're like, oh my gosh, you're actually not as nice of a person as I thought, so let me just sort of, you know, stay away or sort of step back away from you and just take a bit of space for myself, because I do feel like many of you may choose to do that, where you take a bit of space for yourself just based off of what you have seen and witnessed. So yeah, the moon shows that. The Hierophant showcases stability. The Knight of Swords is very important because the Knight of Swords literally does represent such a powerful energy, which is for sure based on sort of progression and growth and happiness, but it's also based off of having some really stable friendships and really getting to the places that you want to get to. So I see lots of opportunities. I see stability in your life, okay? I see a roof over your head. I see a lot of you buying your own home as well, but I also see here that it's going to come as a result of more stability in your life, based off of your own personal healing and how you also do look after yourself as well. So it's a process, but it's not a bad process. It is a progressive process from what I am seeing here. So nothing to really worry about in that sense. Okay, but don't worry, okay, because I know it sounds so easy to say for me saying it behind a screen, but really I do feel like there's so much more peace coming your way after, you know, all the things you have really dealt with. Whoa, sorry if that hurt your ears. Sometimes when the cards fall in a certain way, it really does get picked up by the microphone. Okay, yep, some of you have been done really, really wrong, like especially with the 6 to 7 of Swords. You have felt, some of you may have been cheated on, you may have been sort of had stuff stolen from you, lied, betrayed, or you may just feel like, wow, this person came in and just like ruined the energy of my life, you know. Some of you may feel that way. Well, that's why healing is also necessary, so that you don't give them that power constantly every single day, because if someone did something wrong but you hold on to it every single day, you're giving them power. You're basically like kind of energetically showing them that, hey, look, you did this to me and you win. Like, no, they don't win. We got to heal and take care of ourselves, and that's how we take back our power. Okay, yeah, see 10 of Wands here, and also you've got the 5 of Cups. Like, there's very, very obviously something that has happened here which has just really led you to feel defeated and really challenged in your path, you know, especially with the 10 of Wands. Something really burdening has happened, frustrating, overwhelming, challenging. It hasn't been good, it's not been nice, it's not been helpful or progressive in any way, shape or form. It's been so hurtful to your energy, and you have just felt lost and lonely and not good, you know what I mean? So let's have a look at these Granny's postcards by Lenormand and see what fated messages are meant for you. So we've got here book, okay, so see, you're turning a page, right? You're starting a new chapter, and you have many chapters in your book. You know, some chapters are more enjoyable than others, and some are more difficult than others. And it's all a part of your life and your legacy and who you are as a person. Don't feel ashamed of certain things that have happened. Just know that it's part of growth and it's a part of who you are as a human, but it doesn't define you. You know, it's part of what's happened, that's what I mean, but it doesn't define you completely. The letter here definitely shows that you can get an opportunity or an email, like, you know, a letter or an email, that is an opportunity that can really sort of point you in the right direction, especially if you have felt a little stuck in certain aspects. So I really feel here that some really wonderful opportunities can manifest and come together for you. So that's obviously very, very positive. We also have here as well Clover. So look at that, a really lucky opportunity can come your way. This is also good luck, and this also signifies that a new person can come into your life and really just make you see all the goodness within yourself as well. But it also takes a bit of healing from your side for this person to also come through as well. So do keep that in mind, is that they may not come through straight away. It may be also as a result of a lot of your hard work. So don't just sit there and wait for these things to happen. Try to take a little bit of control in your own personal life as well, so that these things can manifest as well in parallel, rather than, you know, you doing everything, because that obviously can feel quite the overwhelming vibe. You know, it can feel very overwhelming. So let's have a look at what else we have. Oh, card just fell on the floor. I'm sure you may have heard it. It sort of just went down there. So we've got Tower. So see, you're really building things, and you're going to heights that you perhaps never thought you would, and it's a result of, again, the inner work. The rider here also shows that, again, it's about how you are treating the horse. It's about how you are getting to that part in your journey and moving forward. You'll have so much more loyalty from those around you, so long as you give yourself that loyalty and take care of yourself. So very, very important. You know, you may even have like love that comes through based off of, you know, bad love that you've suffered with, but this is not a love message for everyone. So if you've suffered with love, then it is a love message, but also for those of you that have had difficult careers, you know, or you felt like people self-sabotage things, this is about, you know, a strong opportunity that comes your way. You basically, in order to get help from the universe, we must also help ourselves, and I think that's very important to also see here as well. All right, so look, there's stability coming. The Hierophant literally shows that stability will come your way. Opportunities will manifest, joy, fulfillment, happiness, all of these things will manifest for you. But also make sure that you are trying to do the most you can for yourself, you know, because I really feel like you can do the things that you want to do, but sometimes we just need a bit of a push, right, to get motivated, or to at least feel like, okay, I can, you know, because it's hard sometimes, especially for those of you that have been in situations where you felt like you couldn't do certain things. For sure you can. I'm here to tell you that you can, and I really do see that here as well. Alright, so this is your reading, group number 3. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website. And take care, everyone. Alright, so we go now to group number 4. Let me take these cards away. Alright, so group number 4, this is your reading with me for these fated messages were meant for you. So we are going to have a look and see exactly what fated messages are meant for you right now and what is in your fate as well. Alright, so let's have a look. So we've got this beautiful crystal, which I'm just going to stand right there, and my stomach is rumbling, so there's obviously something coming. So let's have a look and see. Are we hungry for something? We're hungry to know what these messages, these fated messages, have for you. Alright, let's have a look, group number 4, and see. So this is the simple tarot. Ooh, look at that, 4 of Wands. Hungry for success. Okay, so you are on, actually let's start with this card, you are on the right path in your life. A lot of you may see 1111 a lot. You are group number 4, So then there's that. And fours in tarot showcase stability and a very strong foundation for more progression. So what I definitely do see here is the fact that you are just becoming stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger as time is going by. And you are definitely on the right path in your life. And also that there's so much more stability that will manifest and come together in your life. Like you're definitely not just, going to have a little here and there. You're going to have a lot of stability. This goes to show in your home life, your love life, your career life, your finances, your relationships and family, your personal joy. You're going to have these aspects sort of in all aspects of your life, if that makes sense. So I really see here a lot of stability and happiness and fulfillment in various areas. Okay, so that's the Four of Wands, where I think for many of you there's also marriage and living with someone that you absolutely love. Then we also have the Star. All right, so the Star really is about sort of hope and faith. It's really showcasing that the things that you perhaps right now think like, oh, that's just not going to happen in my life, they will happen, okay? They will happen. So if some of you are thinking, love's never going to happen in my life, or a really strong career is never going to happen in my life, because remember this varies from person to person, as it is a what do you call it, like a general reading, so it's going to be different for everyone, but it will resonate in different ways. So of course, the Star can be to do with your career, it could be to do with your finances, it could be to do with things that you want to manifest or make happen, right? Some of you might be thinking, I want to buy my own house, or I want to have my own business, or that is successful. You may want this or you may want that. And what the Star really does showcase for sure is the fact that these things really can manifest for you. I do see it, but it also comes as a result of just being able to ride out the times that are a little bit more challenging as well, because some of you may be going through that right now, okay, or sort of been through that in the past. And so the Nine of Wands here shows, make note of your ideas and your dreams. Like have a little notebook by your bed as well, especially if you are someone that tends to dream a lot, because those can actually give you lots of ideas for things that you actually end up then doing. So yeah, that's what I would say, is definitely do make note of your dreams. I think that is quite significant and it can be pretty helpful as well. So yeah, I definitely do recommend that energy, and I think it can be really, really great, and yeah, pretty good. So the Star really shows things coming together and the stars aligning. You've got very strong Aquarius energy there as well. Okay, and also fire and water. So Two of Cups definitely shows here, look, that there are things that will really align for you. You've got the Angel of Venus trying to support you, so this is matters of home, matters of love, and this is also matters of support. Okay, so you will find that that energy manifests in your life, whether that is through a lover or a family member, better friends coming into your life. That definitely will happen. You've got Aries with the Emperor. Okay, so see, you'll have so much willpower to get things done. You'll feel in power. I feel like, again, a lot of you will actually have like something of your own in the end, like a business. You may also be working towards your own home and things like that. The Emperor definitely shows a lot of willpower and strength to get things done, which you absolutely will get done. And then we also have here as well the Knight of Pentacles, shows more money will flow to you over the course of time. Like for a lot of you, it may not happen straight away. You may not have money straight away, or so much of it straight away, but you will have money and it will all come together. That's something that we do see here. So hang tight, okay? Go with the flow, enjoy life, and just put yourself in positions where, even if it's uncomfortable, you're growing from it and you're trying to really take out the best. Like I also say as well, there are so many people that I knew when I was at school, actually, believe it or not, or university, should I say, that would just be so demotivated. It's like they wanted the degree, but they didn't want to do the work. And the thing is, right, in the end, they would turn up, but they would turn up half of the time, and they would complain for the half of the time that they were there. The thing is, though, even though they were there for half of the time, in the end, a lot of them ended up just not passing, right? And the thing about that is that even if they were there for half the time, they turned up for half of that time, and they would complain that everything was a waste of their time, but they actually ended up wasting their own time by being there half the time. You know what I mean? Like if they just showed up for full time, they probably would have passed because of the nature of what the course was. And it just goes to show, like, you know, you kind of sometimes make up your own circumstances. And if something just is so demotivating and you don't like it, you kind of have to rethink things sometimes as well, because chances are, especially for those of you that are doing things that you don't like, is that, yeah, sometimes we have to do it because of financial security. You know, not everybody in their life can do something that they enjoy. Not everybody has that freedom. You know, there are so many people that work extremely hard and they just, you know, they're just not able to do the things that other people that work hard to do can achieve, you know. So it's a part of circumstance, but it's also a sense of, you know, having that motivation and willpower. And I think that that's the thing that, you know, is lacking sometimes in a lot of people, is that they just don't see the motivation. I'm not saying that that's for you, but I definitely see here that if you feel stuck and you feel like, oh, I'm just not going to get there, you know, a lot of this is also to do with the fact that know in your mind that you can do it, and also try to see the bigger picture. You know, stick it out for the bigger picture. Turn up, get dressed, show up for the bigger picture, not just, you know, what's happening today, but also, you know, like I mentioned, with you know, a lot of people in my class that used to basically just show up half the time and then they would complain. In the end, they didn't even end up getting what they had originally wanted because they didn't do the inner work and they didn't show up, you know, like that's such a big part of it. So what I would say is look at the bigger picture too, you know, and continue to take small strides to get to that particular place. Yes, I know that that can kind of go against the principle of focusing on the, you know, because then you end up focusing on the destination, but you're also focusing on the journey at the same time. You're thinking briefly about the future and what it can hold, but you're also thinking about today and what you can do today to help tomorrow. You know what I mean? You're still focusing on today, but it's those small strides that can help towards a bigger picture, so that you don't then feel like, oh my god, I just, you know, spent all that time and I could have been doing something else. So continue on your journey. You know, small steps are better than no steps. Very, very important, right? Small steps lead to bigger strides. Okay, so got a lot of cards here. I'm going to take this top one here, which is the moon, and then this top one here. Oh, it's the Ten of Pentacles right here. You can actually read it, but it's there. Okay, so yep, and yep. So got the moon. Okay, so the moon shows here that hidden things will come to light, which basically means that right now, the full extent of everything that you're supposed to have in your life is not in front of you, okay? There's so much abundance and stability that has not manifested completely in your life, but these things will come together, okay? So that's basically about those hidden aspects that will definitely come to fruition in your life, and beautiful things that will manifest in your life that obviously have not as of yet, but they will happen and they will come together. So try not to panic, you know, try not to. And then also the Ten of Pentacles here shows a lot of stability, security, happiness, fulfillment, joy, relationships in your life, money as well, but also so much loyalty and fulfillment, where your entire life seems to come together in a way that just makes you feel so happy, so comfortable, and really, really fulfilled, especially with all of these pentacles. Like, it all just aligns in a very beautiful and progressive manner and a very strong direction. So that's what I also see here as well in that regard, where things do really come together in a very strong way. Alright, so that is what we do have right there, and that is pretty much what we have got. So let's continue on. Well, that's what we have for tarot, but for the oracle cards, these are the Granny's Postcards Lenormand deck, and let's see what fated messages were meant for you. I just felt like that one. Okay, we got here coffin. I think you're putting a rest and an end to things that just have not been for you, you know, and you're just trying to take care of yourself. That's ultimately what it is. We also see the 8 and the 9, which showcases progression. This is like death and rebirth, okay? So especially if certain things have not worked out, you're trying not to let them hold you back. You're healing, right? And that's also what this is about. This is like the nail in the coffin, you know, especially if certain people have been so horrible to you. You're like, you know what, that's it. You know, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to move on, because you are not helping me. You are hurting me. And so that's like the final, you know what they say, like the final nail in the coffin. I mean, I don't want to be bleak and dark, you know, but I mean, there's a cycle to life, and we all know where we're going to end up, you know, but it's a part of life. I mean, you know, that is what it is. We will one day not be here, but I don't want you to be thinking about that and feeling frustrated and annoyed about that. The coffin actually signifies something different, but obviously, you know, at the end of the day, like, all of this is not necessarily going to matter to that extent, but if we can enjoy a life and take care of ourselves, then it makes it so much better, right? So that's what I really do feel, especially with that card. We also have here rats as well, so, you know, helping the helping energy is going to come your way. People will help you, okay? To the point where if people have been so horrible to you, you never know how life works out, because it's amazing to some degrees, where the same things that once hurt you end up actually helping you move forward. You see how these rats are actually helping the cat to get to its destination. It's interesting how that happens sometimes as well. So keep that in mind, okay? Like, especially if people have done you wrong, you never know. Like, maybe there was this thing that I saw online where it showed this person that was really mean to this other person, and then in the end that person ended up working for the person that they were really mean for, or interviewing for them. Something like that is one of those things on Facebook that you come across, and it's just like a video that you get drawn into. I think it was that this person had, oh my god, what even was it? It was this person who had been fired, and then essentially that person went on to build their own business, and the person that actually fired them came for a job interview for that person, if that makes any sense. So it's like karma it's like a karmic reversal basically that takes place. So that's interesting. Like, maybe that happens in your life where people that did you wrong eventually come back around wanting help from you and things like that, and you're like, huh, like, you didn't even want to help me. It's a kind of thing. But look, they're helping you to be stronger. You've got the moon here, so double moon, that shows that, again, there are hidden things that are yet to come to light. And let's get a last card. Birds. Okay, see? So many more harmonious relationships, fulfillment, and support is also coming your way. So this is your reading, group number 4. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website. And definitely do take care as well, everyone. Alright, bye!